Okay, so for the interiors, what we actually first have to do is get the necessary components in. That are things like stairs and walls. So to start off with, on the first story, I guess, or layer, we're just going to knock out a large chunk where we can start building a stair way up. Now this would be one down to the lower stair, and then directly above we'll have one that leads to the upper stair, or the upper floor, sorry. So this is a 2x5 square, and then we're just going to trail stairs down till we reach a piece of floor, like so. We can then take oak wood, and what I'm actually going to do is also grab some chiseled stone, place, let's see, we've got 3, so we've got one chiseled stone there, one chiseled stone there, then 3 across with wood. Do the same on this side as well. Then we take these, make 4 pillars out of wood, going in the corners of this newly made rectangle. And then what we can do is place in 3 wood like that, 3 wood on the opposite side to make it symmetrical. So let's just delete that mistake that I made there. Then grab oak fence, place 3 there, 3 there, mirror it to make it symmetrical. 1, 2, 3. And that is pretty much done for the staircase leading up to the next floor. Obviously for the next floor, what you're going to be wanting to do is basically the exact same thing you did. So that would make a staircase where it basically is reoccurring. Now, do this same staircase style for the second floor and also for down in the basement. Obviously don't remove any holes in the basement, because then you'll end up with a big hole in the basement. Now I'll quickly go around and do the other 2 staircases, you do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so for the upper floor, what we're actually going to do, because as you can see I've got all my staircases in now, what we're going to do, we're going to do the same, if I actually place on the right one, I did. Same 3 by 3 that you have for all the others. Obviously we're going to bring this across as well, and if you haven't done that on the others, then just go around and just do it on the others. So we have that little beam going across there, attaching the chiseled stone. We just miss our heads but to keep the design nice, that's kind of what we have to do without it taking up too much room. So this goes up, and then what we're going to do is place in 3, 3, 2, and 1, and this will basically cover up just those little gaps which were in the way. We can then remove this wall, like so, then take wood and fill in this 3 by 3 block area, all with the necessary wood. So do it down the other side as well. That way we don't have to cover up anything else in the area, because we've already got it covered up by other stuff. We can then go 3 and 3, as well as 3 and 3 here. Place chiseled stone on top of these, and then bring them over by 3. And this will basically cover up those bits of stone that we had there. Now I kind of like keeping the idea of being able to see the rooftop in, but if you don't like to see the rooftop, then what you can actually do is basically fill in this top layer just above the wooden beams with wooden plank. So you might be able to add an attic after that, or whatever you want. We can then do 3 across there, and then we just have a kind of wall at the end. We then place 1, 2, 3, 4 with 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then finally, where are they? Stone slabs, and place stone slabs on top of each of the wooden logs that we've placed down, and that will basically signify the end of the staircase. So we have our little area with the walls and whatnot. Then we have down here, which is fine. And then the last thing I want to show you before I leave the unnecessary parts out. So what we now want to do is take stone bricks and do, oh actually no, oak wood, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 around each of these gaps where there is wood. You can also put them here. If you don't like the look of that, then it'll be fine, because we can change it. So just go around, do this in each of the gaps. I'll do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so once you've got all those pillars in, what we can now do is we're just going to clear up this kind of area where the stairs are. Now, because obviously the stairs lead up like in a diagonal way, it's going to be a bit harder to clear them up. But what we can do is place 2 cobblestone there, 1 cobblestone, then a piece of clay, then 2 pieces of clay, and then 2 cobblestone. Then we can place in a wooden beam, another wooden beam diagonal of that. Obviously we're just going to quickly do the same on the other side. So we have 2 cobblestone with an L shape, then 3 bits of clay, 2 cobblestone, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then what we can do here is place in a row of cobblestone, followed by 2 there and there, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that kind of keeps the pattern going round, but it clears up a bit of space as well. What we're now going to do is take stone bricks, just normal stone brick, and place it in each of these areas, basically circling the wall and the pillars. And we just place it all going round like so. Also obviously do it where the stairs are as well, so we have it going around here, but just do it up to the pillars where the actual stairs are. You just want to be leaving that with grass. So I'll go around and finish this off, you do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so once you've got that outline in, what we can now do, now just in case people are having trouble seeing, because I wasn't too sure about the lighting, we're just going to shove in some torches on each of these pillars, just so we have this area lit up a bit. You can adjust the torches how you want when you're done, but for now let's just add in those torches. Now we're just going to clear up any blemishes, because you might have noticed there are a few areas which don't look particularly right when without the stone, such as the corners, like so. And now that we've got that in, what we can now do is just place in a layer of cobblestone wherever we have sort of an area which we didn't place in the stone brick. So I'm going to quickly finish this off, you do the same, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so once we have this cobblestone floor in, what we now have to do is kind of cover up this sort of area here, because that doesn't look particularly nice in a house. So what we're going to do is take stone brick and just form what we did with the chimney, and just basically make a big block of stone. But we don't actually have to fill it all in, but we can have that 3 by 2 by 4 sort of cube. Now what we can do is place an upside down stair there, and there, as well as there and there. Remove these 4, replace them with an upside down stair and a right way around stair, here and here. So now that we have that, we could neaten it up a little and place in an upside down stair, a right way around stair there, an upside down stair there, a stone brick underneath it, like so, and that just gives it a bit more neatness and sort of detail that it didn't have before. You could add other stuff, but for now I'm just going to leave it at that to keep it basic and simple. Now what we're going to do is, if you've got this area which is just pure whatever substance you built this on, what you want to do is basically just replace it all with stone brick. If you've already done something to this place, then great, you don't have to follow this step. But we're just going to fill it in like so. Now what we're going to work on is actual furniture and details. Okay, so since everybody has a different vision for their house, and although people want to know what they want to be adding into a house, I can't really explain what exactly to add in. But I can give you examples of stuff you can put in. Now, carpets are the obvious ones because they kind of give the rooms a bit of colour. I quite like red and black, I'm not sure if you've noticed. But then I also have tables and chairs. Now, tables and chairs can be represented in many ways. I've got another example of a chair in one of the rooms. Now, for here I've used slabs, fences and pressure plates, and that just makes a basic benches and tables. So you could use that design, or you could come up with one all by yourself. Now for the basement, I've actually used, I've let my imagination run wild in here, because I've used bookshelves in the corners. Now I think these are very nice details to have because they kind of hide any blemishes, and they kind of give the room a bit of depth as well. It's weird. I've also got a little bar which I've set up for kind of people, like if you're the owner of the house, you might have friends over and you'd have them set the bar. Now this is just using wooden blocks, upside down stairs with blocks beneath them, trapdoors, tripwire hooks, and also actually slabs. That's what it was, wooden slabs. And then opposite that, I've got 3 sort of what I like to call memorials. Now the memorials are just basically blue orchids in a flower pot with 2 wooden upside down stairs with a spruce wood in the center, and then the painting of the knight in the center. Now I like using these as kind of memorials because I think they look very nice, especially for like a medieval era where many wars would have been fought, so many memorials would be made. Now the next things I have is I've split the third room, third floor, into 2 rooms. Now the first room is a storage room. This is just to show you what you could have, especially if you were actually living in this house on survival. So we have little storage rooms. Now you could probably add more chests, but it's up to you really. And then we have a small bedroom where I've got a cupboard. Now cupboards are simply the spruce wood doors with stairs and slabs to kind of fill it in. So we have shelves, but they're not that noticeable. Then chests, of course, littering the room. A small desk. This is another version of a chair. So for this we just have a stair with 2 signs either side. And then obviously with the bed you can make your imagination run wild. I've just made a simple one for that room. The upper bit I don't actually know what to do with, because most of the time when I have an upper stair I will use it as a storage area or an area for things like an enchantment table. Because obviously people who actually play survival and stuff, you guys will be wanting an enchantment table. So in the back you can actually place in your little enchantment table like so, and show it off to your friends. Now this is pretty much all I've got time for in this video. Now I'm sorry if I didn't get to show you some exact details and stuff, so sorry about that. So thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to leave a like, subscribe and leave a comment, and tune in next time for my next tutorial. See you next time. Bye!